AM 560. The Answer.
They'd vote for a cucumber if it said it would give them something for nothing.
I mean, I have thought a lot about that since you and I talked, and I have to say I think it makes political sense for both of us.
Oh no! Look, I think this would be great.
Yeah, I mean,
I have no problem with that.
The pitch, the pitch for you, I think, is. You're picking,
banking and financial experience and know-how and all of that, right?
Yeah, I don't know about banking, right? Cause
but financial know-how.
You throw my sister in Superior Bank in.
What happened to her bank? She get a class or something?
Yeah, she was chairman of a bank, and it had subprime loans. I mean, all the bad stuff.
Superior Bank turned out to be an inferior bank.
Inferior, exactly. Very good. I like that, inferior bank. I haven't thought about that. That's a good one. Anyway, so yeah, but I was nothing to do with that, so that's not going to be my problem. But no, I think my problem, the only problem I can come up with for you, I got a lot of reasons why it makes sense. The problem for you would be same problem with the Senate, really. I've given you contributions.
No.
And what's that?
Oh, I'm sorry to cut you off. Go ahead, JP.
No, go ahead.
No, total non-issue. Well, first of all, you give money to everybody, like Lisa Madigan, okay?
Yeah. No.
Which, incidentally, if you can do for me what you did for her before the end of the year, can you think about that? But
scumbag! Give him a Kamala Harris. Don't forget the Baldinis. And Penny Pritzker imploded a bank. So who would hire her as a consultant?
Megan, what will likely generate more of the questions, the heat, her management or her finances?
Betty, that's hard to say. Both are going to be huge. You've got this new IG report out on her banking past. You've got new financial disclosures that, as you mentioned, we got just last night. So let's start with the income piece of this. Forms released just last night showing that she underestimated her income by $80 million. Now, that's consulting money. A spokeswoman explained it as a clerical error. And as we reported previously, the nominee is worth more than $1.5
It's not worth anything. Her grandpa Abe was good at dodging taxes. Good at washing and laundering mob money. Good at being a scumbag, which they all are. And who are you going to do? You're going to go to a Democrat prosecutor? What if you get a Democrat judge? Boy, these Democrat judges lately, especially the ones that are appointed by dimwit in diapers Biden or even Obama, they're low, especially the women. Who are you women? Here's a female Democrat judge in Georgia consulting with, what do they call him, a bailiff in her chambers. She's almost there. Don't stop now. She's getting stooped in her chambers. Here's another Democrat judge in Ohio.
Local judge had to resign from the bench after facing a charge of judicial misconduct. She apologized, took responsibility for her actions, but a judge said she had damaged the public trust. Today, he sent her to the county lockup. Our Harry Boomer is at the Justice Center with...
His name is Harry Boomer, covering a story about a judge stooping.
The very latest.
I didn't do it.
Well, Brian, I'm standing where former Judge Leslie Ann Celebrezze stood when a judge handed down his decision against her. But she did what many defendants don't do. She pleaded guilty. It is rare to have a former judge stand on the other side of the bench. Former Judge Leslie Ann Celebrezze found herself in that situation today.
We stand here today because of my actions only. I apologize, Your Honor. My actions have consequences, and I accept that.
The former Cuyahoga County domestic relations judge pleaded guilty to a tampering with records charge. Prosecutors say she lied on a court document saying she was randomly assigned to a case when she actually assigned it to herself.
So, Your Honor, that being said, there were two conditions with respect to our negotiations. Ms. Celebrezze had to resign from office immediately, which she did, and she had to plead to a felony.
This all started when Celebrezze was accused of having an affair with a court-appointed receiver, Mark DeTour.
She was stooping to receiver. Wonder if she had half the time the Georgia judge had. Did you have a good time, honey? Man, oh man, he must have been hitting her in the back of the head with that mallet there. What do they call it there? The gavel? Hit me with the gavel, sicko. Glenn in Orlando.
You sure it wasn't the Billy Club versus the gavel?
Oh, only knows. One thing's for certain. If anybody needs a Red Bull in her mouth, it's she's a screamer. Go ahead.
Oh, my gosh. So anyway, this 4th of July, Sean, we're going to know who stands with the country and who doesn't very easily.
I think we've always known. Do you think these traitors are patriots? Do you think these scumbags on the take, the lobbyists at the Carlyle Group, do you think any of these scum in the CIA or the FBI, you think they're patriots? We've always known,
No.
Glenn. Just before you were a little suspicious, you were a little timid to say it. Here's how you say it. If you're a Democrat, you're a traitor. Let's start small. You could figure it out. Spot the Democrat. It's always very simple.
A federal judge disqualified the top federal prosecutor in upstate New York and invalidated subpoenas his office issued to Democratic State Attorney General Letitia James. U.S. District Judge Lorna Schofield ruled that John Sarcone III had been unlawfully serving as U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of New York and
mortgage fraud. Swalwell, mortgage fraud. Adams, pencil neck geek, Schiff, mortgage fraud. Fraud, 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 fraud. All worth millions of dollars in their coffer. But still, my favorites are the Pritzkers.
$1 billion. If confirmed, she'd be among the wealthiest cabinet officials in history. Her offshore accounts will also be fair game, as we've discussed. Pritzker disclosed last week she earned $54 million in consulting fees.
Sure she did.